Hello, good morning. Welcome to our webinar, Automated Quality Assurance in Customer Service Challenges Implementation Cases. Short introduction is in order. My name is Vladimir Dutchenko Jr. I'm the Managing Director at Softbecom Berlin GmbH.
Hello, and my name is Sergey Bochkarev, and I'm responsible for sales
Sergey?
in our company. Yes. Do you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Do you hear me? Once again?
You can't hear me,
I can hear you.
and I
Do you
can't
hear
hear
me?
myself. Interesting.
Just 1 second. Sorry for
Was
technical
just all
issues.
right a second
Vladimir
ago.
tries. Do you hear me now, Vladimir?
Let's go on. Let's
Okay,
go on like this.
perfect.
So where was I?
Can share your screen.
Share screen and so South Berlin GmbH was founded in 2015 in Berlin. It's a full-service IT company. We develop, sell, support, and integrate software for contact centers and process automation and everything related. We, like everybody else, are busy with AI, but we perceive it from the industry end, and we take part in certain projects. We see how projects are being implemented. We see the deficiencies, we see the benefits, and so we talk from the industry end. Our latest product is called QAWacht. It's a SaaS quality assurance tool, and we'll talk about it shortly. We've been running a series of webinars. So this is the third in this series. Our previous webinars were called, the first one, How to Deliver Quick Results and Advance Your Career. And we discussed that 95% of all AI pilots fail, and that we would like to introduce a simple rule of thumb, and we discussed AI use cases that fall under this rule of thumb, including voice bots, chatbots, assistants, and QA systems. The second one was called Quality Assurance Tools in 2026. So we discussed the future of QA assurance tools. Can you hear me, guys? I think there is some problem going on. Maybe I should just. Can you hear me, Sergey, all this time that I was talking? Yeah, all good? Surprisingly, I can't hear myself, but I will go on with the slides, and then I will
Just
just get
continue.
out and get in when you will be doing the demonstration. So I don't want to stop at this moment. Yeah. So share. So. So yes, we've discussed that there are certain tasks for QA that can be solved with certain tools. So there is a huge graph of different tasks for QA for AI in contact centers, and just a limited number of tools that can cover all of those tasks. So with a single tool, you can cover well, multiplicity of tasks, and with a quality assurance tool, you can cover like some tasks here, the ones that we discussed: agent performance review, script and policy adherence, confidentiality and crucial situations control, fraud detection, inside business analytics, transcript and voice recordings, archiving for forensic analysis. You can look up those webinars on our website, softbecom.com/blog, or at YouTube. You can on YouTube you can look up Softbecom. They're also there. What's on in our webinar today?
Wladimir, hörst du uns? Sorry, Vladimir has some issues with his headset, but I will write him. You are mute.
And yet,
Vladimir, you're
yet
now, yes, you was mute like
some
for
problem with
one
my
minute.
mic suddenly. It was
Just,
all
just repeat
mute just
this
now.
slide. Now we hear you.
Yeah, good now?
Now good.
Okay, okay. Mm, excellent. So we will illustrate everything with our own system, and we'll go down to features, and well, it will all be shown in the demonstration. Um, So the challenges currently are, the main challenges are that the QA resources are limited. You can't hire people to listen to all of the conversations. Mostly it's done on sample basis, like 1 to up to 5% of conversations can be listened to. And sample-based quality controls are subjective, and also, there is the problem of increasing data protection and governance requirements. Um, our main goals are the system must automatically analyze the quality of service. The analysis needs to be continuous, scalable, and traceable. Quality parameters must be measurable, comparable, and actively controllable. These high-level goals can be split into lower-level tasks. So, how AI can be used in business processes. It should offer complete coverage of up to 100% of calls, allow supervision by specialists and quality managers so the human takes decisions. Must protect personal data, of course, be based on user-defined quality criteria. So it shouldn't be a black box that decides for you. The human should be, the human QA manager should be in control. And it should provide objective assessments, segregated key figures, transparent decision-making basis, management, and training. Um, so this was the what, and this slide is the how it's going to be built. So it should be SaaS, but with the possibility of on-premise installation, allow easy start, integration-free deployment, should be compatible with all contact center systems, including legacy systems, allow free trial, pay as you go with possibility of projects, of course, and be GDPR compliant. GDPR is the European set of laws that defines user protection, personal information protection, and more or less the whole of the world is going in this direction. Europe is sort of really deep into this and takes this personal data really seriously. So we have to comply as we are based in Berlin in Europe. The features. So how we that's how we have built our system QAWacht. These are the mm, like aggregated features. So not like points in menu or menus themselves, but more or less the sets of features. Sergey will go on with the demonstration with those features, and so you will see them, most of them in action. So it should be able to analyze live conversations and recorded conversations, both mono and stereo. So for mono, we do diarization with a different AI model. It should be easy to start. It will be shown to you how this start is being run actually. Um, so humans should be always in control. So actually humans set the all the benchmarks. Mm, AI supports assessments, but the humans are in the driver's seat. Um, the dashboards should be helping and allowing to go to do the drill down up to an individual conversation. So if in a dashboard the manager sees a deviation, so the agent is running everything smoothly, but then suddenly there is a bad mark, so a manager can go drill down and see why this bad mark appears, and basically decide if it's correct to change it. Uh, yes, the data protection is very important. Everybody's talking about it, but it's built into our systems at design level, both legally and technically. Our servers are in Germany, and um, so we do not actually save audio recordings. So all audio files are being destroyed after transcript, and transcriptions are being anonymized before being sent to cloud, and so on. So it's and when something is at some point, sometimes, for example, anonymization cannot be done, then it's all covered legally with special clause, contractual clauses, and other legal framework that helps protect the personal data. We have internal, and given account as a company, so internally there are departments, so agents all can be applied to different sets of skills or different departments depending on different metrics, and so how you want to run it. But there's also a CTI interface available for special circumstances when project deployment is contextualized. Um, um, so and yeah, and modal independence. Uh, AI modal dependence means that we are currently using OpenAI, but we can use other models. We are testing models continuously depending on the language and depending on the task. And we actually use different models for different tasks. And um, that means that we are going to go on top of the wave because there's a lot of things going on in the AI universe. So we are going to use the best ASR and LLM models that are available in the market, regardless which company is going to be the winner at the given time. And yes, uh, all our metrics are in natural language, 15 parameters per metric, like depending on your company standards and depending on your scripts. And so Sergey will go on with that. Use cases, again, we summarize some of the use cases where it can be used, like emergency service, quality control of employees in the field, like hand workers, workers somewhere fixing something, context search and call archives with transcripts, etc. So now I will give control to Sergey to do the demonstration. Sergey, could you please claim host?
Just 1 second. So,
See you guys in a minute.
okay, so thank you so far for your attention. I will now explain you our system in a live demonstration. Yes, Vladimir had some issues with his headset, but he managed it well, so I will continue with the live demonstration. Um, this is our system, the QAWacht system that was Vladimir talking about. And first of all, I want to explain you how easy it is to start and to try it out. So the main task for our IT staff who were programming the system was to program a system which is really easy to start. So we wanted to avoid high integration costs, and we wanted to avoid long periods for integration that can last maybe weeks or months or more. So all you need to start the system is the following. So you just can go to our homepage, the softbecom.com homepage, register there under the product you watched, and you will receive login data. And then you have to set up just a few things in order to have a ready system, and you can use it after that. What do you need to set up in the system is the following. So I will come later to the dashboard and explain the system. But first of all, you just go to your profile. There you can enter your personal data like your first name, last name, maybe your email. You can enter or you have to enter the user settings like which time zone are you working in. And if you need a higher security standard in order to go or to log in the system, you can also activate a two-factor authentication. Then you can enter your organization name. And if you're working with audio files, so recorded files, and you have recorded files in stereo quality, so then you have to choose the channel of the agent. So it's the right or the left channel, because if you have stereo files, usually they have two channels. One is for the agent, one is for the customer, and you have to choose the right channel of the agent. And if you are allowed just to see data, so anonymized data, then you have to switch this button on, and then you will see later just the anonymized data. I will also explain you or show it later in the reports. Then one important thing is the system has to know or needs to know when it has to start a transcription and to end a transcription, because the transcriptions are evaluated. So you have to tell the system when to start and when to end the transcription of an audio call or just a live call, or if you are using voice files, everything is clear. But for live calls, you have to tell this to the system. So first of all, how do we do that? We have set up the system like that you just upload some screenshots or some pictures to the system that show the system that one call has started. What kind of pictures are that? If you are using a contact center solution or just another telephony system with which you are doing the calls, it could be Teams or another telephony system or any kind of contact center solutions. And usually all the solutions have specific pictures within the screen which show that one call has started or one call has ended. So we have entered already the pictures. I just show you how we do that. I have already done the screenshots and put them in a folder. So I just can go to upload template, and then it gives me my folder, and in the folder I have the pictures, and I can just choose one of these pictures and upload it to the system, and then the system knows when to start a session. So I click on the picture, click to open, and then the picture will be uploaded, and then the system knows when to start. And the same procedure for stopping the session. So stopping the transcription, you do the same, you upload a template, choose it again in your pictures, push on it, open it, and that's it. And then you have told the system when to start a transcription of a call and to end a transcription of a call, and this transcription will be evaluated. So details, I will tell you the details later in these points. So next thing you have to do is to add some users. These users are quality managers. So if you are working not just alone as quality manager, you have maybe 2, 3, or 4 quality managers. You just can put them in the system, and then they have also access to the quality manager role. And the next thing you have to do is to enter your team. This is the team. So these are the agents who will be evaluated in the system. So you just can put them inside one by one by pushing on the plus button, or you can upload a complete list of an agent of agents, and then they will be in this here in the list. And the thing is, if you uh, upload here a list of agents or just put them one by one, then the agents will receive an email. This email will have a link, and this link will go to our homepage where you have to download a connector. This connector is one important thing, because this connector just captures the voice of the calls, and from this voice which is captured, the transcription is done, and this transcription will be evaluated then in the quality assurance system. So you enter the agents, they will receive an email, have a link, download a connector, install the connector, and that's it. This system is in that moment ready, and you can use it or try it out. Just if you have different kind of departments, so maybe you have 100 agents, and you have 2 departments. One is responsible for one task, and the other department is responsible for another task. Then you can separate the departments. This is important if you have to do an evaluation of the calls, which should or must be done differently. So because you will later enter here the text for our artificial intelligence, which tells the AI system how to evaluate the calls. So if you have maybe multi-skill agents, so for example, one agent is working with 20, 30, 40 campaigns and is doing completely different tasks, then this is the only reason where we need to have an integration with your telephony system. We can do that with our CTI interface, and then the system will know which project is the agent doing right now, and then it will be evaluated like it should be in this project. So, but if you have different kind of people who are doing just one job and more than one department, then you just enter them, and then you don't need to have the integration to your system. So if you have the integration, for example, or if you have different departments, you see also here the different kind of projects what you are doing in the call center. And the next thing is you have to set up the metrics of our system. What are the metrics? Metrics are the explanation how the call should be evaluated. So you just go to one metric, and here you see already some indicators. These indicators are here in German because my mother language is German. But if I change it here to another language, then you will see these quality indicators in English. Just if you are setting up your own indicators, you can do that in every language. If you're working maybe in India or China, then you can put inside your own indicators in this language, and they will stay in this language. But it doesn't mean that our basic indicators are not measured. So they are just translated, but they will be measured. They will measure the call anyway. So if you're using our standard metric indicators, then they will be evaluated, or they will be used for to evaluate the calls. If you don't need our standard indicators, then you can just push here on the minus button, and then the indicators will be shut down, so not be measured. So, and if you want to do your specific individual indicators, you just push here on the plus button and you can enter your indicators. And you just can describe in simple words to the AI system how a call should be measured in the specific indicator. So if you have a greeting, for example, then you can describe rate whether the operator greeted the client professionally and warmly, choose the minimum value if no, and the maximum if yes. So you can just describe the system, how it should be evaluated, and then the system will do that. And maybe you have seen that you can have different kind of metrics and indicators, and then different kind of projects or teams will be evaluated differently. So the next are the reports. So we have reports in our system where you can check the details of the calls. First of all, you can set up here some filters for the indicators. For example, if you just want to evaluate just specific agents, then you choose the agent. If you want to see just specific indicators, then you can just choose here the indicators. Maybe you want to have an evaluation just for every indicator which is lower than 5, then you can choose here all indicators which are rated lower than 5. 5 is just a number, so you can choose your own score scale, so like from 1 to 10, or it could be for 1 to 100, and you just set that up in the metrics, and then you will get the score which you have set up in the system. So you can choose here some filters, then generate a report, and then you will see the detailed calls. We have here a specific language, so I will just jump to my other live system where I have it in English. So here, when I do or see the report, so generate the report, then I have the specific calls, and I can go to one call, and then I see this call and the score which this call has. So if you're working, for example, with audio recording, so you have audio files, then we have a special feature which allows you to hear also the audio file. So you just not just can read the call, you can also push here to play, and then you will hear the file. If you're working with the system just with live calls, you don't have some audio recordings, then you just see here the transcript. And you have here two arrows, like one is going up and down. If you push on them, then you see the anonymized dialog, because we have told you our system does anonymization of dialogues before it sends it to our AI system. And if you have set it up the system that you just see the anonymized dialogues, then you see just the anonymized dialogues. But if you want to see maybe names, because this is important for your business, then you can let also the transcription with the personal data, and then you see both, for example. And on the right side, you see the score of this specific call. So you have here the indicator, the description, and the description how the indicator was fulfilled by the agent. And you have here a score which was given from the AI system. But if you don't agree with this score, you can always change it manually. So if the system has given to the agent, for example, a 10 or an 8, and you think, no, this is not an 8, this is a 9 or a 7, then you just can put here another number, save it later, and then it will be evaluated like you want. If you don't have the expected results in the system, because you have set up the metrics and you see now the results are not that you have expected, then the only thing you have to do is just to go to the metrics and to change the description, because usually the system does, the AI system does exactly what you have entered before in the metrics. And if you see, okay, I have here maybe a different or not that expected score, then you just change maybe some details in the metrics, and you will see then in the next evaluations that the score um, will be like you have expected it before. And at the end of this evaluation, you see also a comment. A comment is a summary of the whole call. So usually quality managers don't have that much time to go in details. And if a call is fine, they just can go to the comment, see how it was evaluated, and then tell the system, okay, everything is fine. And if you don't agree with something, or you see maybe one in one indicator, the agent has a low rating, then you can just check the transcription of the call and see maybe what was done right by the agent and what was done wrong by the agent. And then you can speak with the agent or teach him how to manage the next situation when they have the same calls. So you see here the details in the report. But usually, how I explained you, quality managers don't have that much time to see everything in details. So they are configuring the system, and then the only thing that what they are doing, they just check the system maybe a few times in a day, maybe one time a day, maybe every hour, and then they see the dashboard and they see all the results in the dashboard. So if everything is fine so far, then maybe they don't have to do something. But if they see, for example, here not that good rating in a specific problem, then they just can push on that, and they will be transferred automatically to the reports. This problem resolution indicator was done as a filter, and now I see I see the problem resolution, how it was evaluated. I see here it was fine with a 10, but here Dimitri has a 0. So then I can go again to the system and see the transcript and check what was done right and what was done maybe wrong. So this is in the dashboards. In the dashboards, you have also the possibility to choose a time interval. So for example, if you want to see the last 28 days or 30 days, then you just switch it on, and then the system does the statistics of the last 30 days. You can also, for example, have different kind of business processes. So for example, if you just want to evaluate or to measure the inbound calls or just to see the inbound calls, then you can also choose here the direction. So in is you will see all inbound calls, and out is you will see all outbound calls. So here you see the evaluation. Click on that, and then you will get the specific result and details. So this was the point reports and dashboards. Now we continue with the integration. So if you are using, for example, voice recordings or voice files, you can also connect here an SFTP server, for example, where you have or store the voice files. Then the system will automatically upload the recordings and will do the transcription and the evaluation the same way like it does with the live calls. If you have an CTI integration because you have multi-skill agents and you have maybe 50 different projects, then we can set up the CTI integration, and then the system knows how to deal with every project and how to measure the projects. If you want just to try out maybe some files of some recordings, then you can also import them manually with the plus button. You just push here on the plus button, then you will come to a folder where you store your voice recordings, choose the recordings, upload them, and then this recording, with this recording, it will be done with the same procedure. They will be created a transcript, and then the transcript will be evaluated. And then you see it in the reports. Then we have an easy billing system where you can buy some packages. It's really easy to use. The only thing you have to know is that you buy here tokens, and one token is 1 minute of a call which is transcripted. So for example, if you buy the biggest package with 100,000 tokens, that means that every transcripted minute of a call costs you 2 cents. You can also set here up some notifications if you have just maybe 1,000 tokens left, and automatic account recharges are also possible. So, and then the next point is help. Here we have our frequently asked questions. So if you want to see the most important questions about the system, then you can see that here. We have also a documentation of our system where you can read all details for the system, and you have the possibility to contact us directly. So if you put here a topic in the contact support and a description, then this will create automatically a ticket in our service desk solution, and then one of our technical staff or technical guys will come back to you and will give you feedback on your issue, on your topic. So that's it. I hope that I have shown you everything you wanted maybe to know or to see. If you have specific questions or individual questions which were not mentioned here, or you don't have the answer now, just contact us, and then we will set up a meeting with you and speak about your specific needs, and maybe find a good solution for your quality assurance in your company. So that's it with my live presentation. I'm just checking my points if I have told you everything. Yes, quality metrics, AI model. Okay, perfect. I've explained you everything. Now I stop the screen sharing and give back the
restarted.
host role. So Vladimir, everything works now with your headset?
Yeah, sorry
Perfect.
about that, guys. So yeah, the last slide that we have today, the key takeaways. So we have shown you the logic behind building an AI-based quality assurance solution, and generally about building such solutions, and the logic that we have under the hood of our QAWacht. And we have shown you how AI-based quality assurance can be implemented. And so we have demonstrated the system and with most of its features. So now it's time for questions and answers, if there are any. Here are our
Yes.
contacts. So mine, Vedutchenko Jr. at softbecom.com, and Sergey Bochkarev at softbecom.com. And feel free to visit our website at www.softbecom.com/quality-assurance.
So, Vladimir, we have 2 questions here. So the first question is, in our organization, internal policies do not allow agents to install applications on their own workstation. Does the QAWacht deployment process support centralized installation of connectors on agent workstations?
Yes, QAWacht supports group policies, GPO, and comparable enterprise software distribution mechanism, so you don't have to um, let your agents to do this deployment manually. It all can be done by the assigned manager.
Perfect. Thank you. So, and question two is, can QAWacht be used in environments with virtualized agent workstations? So, how?
Yes, it can. We have tested Windows RDP and Citrix VDI, and actually they're being run by our customers. But such VDI platforms are different from case to case, so they have to be like tested on case-by-case basis because sometimes additional configuration is in order or something else needs to be adjusted, like infrastructurally, and yeah. Mm, so these two are tested and in use. Others need to be tested depending on what you need.
Perfect. Now we have three more questions. So the first one, I missed the first part. How can I listen to it again? If you have missed the first part, we will put this webinar to YouTube, right, Vladimir?
Yes, we
And
will put it into YouTube shortly, and then we will send you links
the link, yes, and then you can see
to
the whole
listen to it. And we
webinar.
will also publish it in our website in a few days.
Then we have another question. Basis the quality of resolution being provided by agent to customers. Can the AI agent flag off potential escalations?
Um, if I understand this correctly, this is the case when an immediate reaction is needed. So yes, this case can be implemented. It's not something that is out of the box, but it can be done. So um,
Yes, for example, we have also a customer. He's doing some emergency services. These emergency services are mostly from big houses or households. So, for example, if the heating system is broken, or for example, in a flat, water is dropping from the roof, so then they call this emergency services, and then the agent has to react fast to ask the right questions. And we have there also an escalation process. For example, if something really happens with emergency, then it can be escalated to another manager, and then the right actions can be done.
but in current realization of the system, that is like this stock running system. Conversion of the conversation into text form happens after the conversation. So first it's being transcribed, then it's being like escalated. So it
Yes.
can be done. It can be cut into parcels for immediate reaction during the conversation, technically, but this is something that we do not do from the out of the box. So it all depends on how fast this escalation needs to happen.
Yes.
So
And one thing
technically,
to,
mhm,
yeah, Vladimir?
yeah. So technically, escalation during the conversation is possible, but not realized in this system at this moment. But this is
Yes.
something that can be done within a QA system. It's one
Yes,
of the
because
cases.
if you just want to have this easy solution to see to use it and to check how it works, that's the system how we showed it to you. If you need specific adjustments of the system, for example, escalation process and so on, we have the possibility, because we have maybe the specific words or specific questions or specific things which the customer is telling you, and this can be used to use it in an escalation system or escalate something, but this has to be set up. So this is like a small project or a project where we have to work a little bit with it, but possible. So next question is a lot of questions today. What about QA of text conversation like SMS or WhatsApp?
Well, generally, of course, that's a task for QA systems. We only work with voice at this moment. But there is no reason why it can be done. So
Yeah, this is just
not
a
with
text.
QAWacht, but yeah.
Yes, this is just a text. If you see, if we have a text, the same like with the transcription, then we can do some actions. But like Vladimir told, we have to set it up, or maybe to have some adjustments for this specific issue, and then we can work also with SMS and WhatsApps.
Um,
So, next question. I meant, okay, th this was the same question to the potential escalation.
mhm.
I have meant when the resolution is incomplete or inaccurate or incorrect, or if the call conversation was rude, can the system flag off such conversations to avoid customer escalations?
Mm,
So
w-
I think I understand it like that. Um, we have here transcriptions and we have some evaluation of the transcriptions and results. So how to point a specific thing out? If you want to point a specific thing out or to have a flag, you have to tell in the metric specific things like the agent was rude to the customer, for example. So he was using bad words and didn't greet and just hang up the call, for example. Then you have that in the metrics. And if this is done by the agent, so he has done his job really bad, then you will see that as indicator in the metrics. So you can set your own indicators, and then you see in the indicator, okay, we have here maybe a bad call, and then you can check that what was happening there and react. I hope I understood your question right. And if you have specific questions, just write to us. We can do also a web meeting with you and talk about your specific needs.
yeah, we can bring in technical guys because, of course, the system can be used for further coaching of the agent, for example. Specific conversations can be later understood as like demanding attention. But if you need something specific, like connection of the system with, I don't know, your CRM or something, it's technically can be done. But okay, let's probably set a meeting and discuss it with more detail in more detail with our technical team.
Mhm.
Uh,
And one more question. Oh, no, we have two more questions. Does the AI evaluate technical aspects of calls beyond conversational call auditing?
um, Technical aspects of calls, like it can do so, yes. So it can be put in the metric, like what you want to see about this call. It can be done. But if you mean by technical aspects something specific, like length of the call or something like that, that probably needs to be done through integration. Again,
Or
that's
some adjustments?
some adjustments, yes. So
Also, in this thing, we don't know exactly what do you mean with technical aspects. So we recommend you to send us an email to me or to Vladimir. Then we can set up a call with you, and then one of our technical guys will be participating this call, and then we can check your needs and tell you this is an easy thing, or oh, we have here something which is a little bit more complicated. We have to work with that. But to have a detailed answer, in order to have a detailed answer, it's good to have a web meeting with us.
um,
So, and last question that I have here, is Hindi language supported?
uh, currently, no, but we're working on it. We are working also on Sinhala, on Tamil, on Hindi. Ready, we have English, German, Spanish, and Portuguese. But we are adding languages with each next release. So, and Hindi is one of the nearest goals.
Okay, so do we have
Yeah. So we have.
one? Okay, just one thing.
Okay, so
Do
we'll
we
get in
have?
contact with you and
We'll set up a meeting with
we'll
you.
set up a meeting. Yeah.
Okay, I don't
So,
see more questions, so I think
no.
we are done.
Yeah, so thank you a lot. That was it. Thank you for your attention. Visit our website and write us questions if you have any. And we'll be inviting you to the next webinars shortly. The next one will be in about a month. Thank you a lot. See you.
Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.